1 year on from Turkey's failed coup and subsequent purges, journalist Samet Dogan looks back at the night that etched trauma across his country.
Araçtan iner inmez,
right after I got off the vehicle under the bridge, gunfire came down on us from the bridge and we took cover behind a car. When I got to the bridge, it felt like I was in a war zone, like a scene I'd witnessed while working in the Middle East. People were dying and falling on the front line, and the kids on motorcycles were moving forward, transporting badly wounded people, sometimes with missing limbs, and then they took them off to the hospitals. On that night, they even fired tank rounds. I mean, they fired on civilians with tanks. People who know how Turkey suffered from previous coups gathered there that night and never stepped back. It was like a fast-forward war scene, with tanks, fighter jets and heavy weapons firing.
Hızlandırılmış bir savaş sahnesi gibi.
Metin Dogan threw himself under a tank in front of Istanbul airport. He recalled what was going through his mind. I thought if people see that someone is crushed under a tank during a live broadcast on TV, they would go out onto the streets and resist this purge without thinking. I left home for the airport very quickly. There were 2 tanks patrolling back and forth in front of the airport. I ran quickly in front of them. When I was running, I was screaming at them, "I'm a Turkish soldier. Whose soldier are you?" Then they started to move forward. I quickly laid down under the tank. At this time, I was saying Kalima Shahadat, the Islamic testimonial word one says before one dies. When the tank track was approaching, I was totally at peace. My heart rate was back to normal. In 1 second, I was going to meet the Creator. Just before the tank stopped, it was so close to crushing me. I said, "This is the end for me." The tank trap was touching my head and shoulder. After the 15th of July, I count myself already a dead man. Any day can be my last day.